Okay, well, eventually, eventually it'll show up. But there we go. Here's ready to have a bad time. The controls are gonna be a little weird. Obviously, not using a Wiimote. Gonna toggle the sideways on to recharge missiles is a little weird too. So I just wanna get this out of the way because I'm gonna be thinking about it literally the entire time we're playing this game. This takes place before Fusion, which causes a lot of problems for Fusion. Story-wise, the story of this game is not good, and if you ever wanted to play a game where Samus has a pregnancy fetish, this is it. Because we're gonna go to a bottle ship, we're gonna talk about a baby a lot. The initials for the game are Mom. The other M probably also stands for Motherhood. I know they kind of get it, but like... That's for being exposed to it again. Was bad enough the last time. Yeah, it's gonna be a wild ride. So anyway, we're gonna hear Samus say the word baby about 1,000 times. Probably not that much. I'm obviously being hyperbolic, but it's gonna be bad. We're gonna talk about some things too once we get into the game proper, I think. We're gonna delete that. Can I delete that? Oh wait, one is back. Whoop. Bye, F. Enjoy your freedom. Maybe I can't delete it from the options. No, I have to select the game. This is just me like going through the tutorial. Hell, we might even just do that, but I need to talk about how the controls are weird. Okay. And we gotta watch this intro cinematic. I keep hitting the wrong button. Because none of these buttons are where they should be, obviously, because I'm not holding a fucking Wiimote. So when you're holding a Wiimote sideways, on the right side you have 1 and 2, like an NES controller. What about the discourse? We'll get there. We'll get there in a really early cutscene I want to talk about. But 1 and 2 are on the sides. For me, 1 is X, 2 is Y. A is A and B is B, and I might switch those around, but 2 being select is really pissing me off. But X being fire is nice. I have played this game before. I feel like I borrowed it from someone. I don't remember who. It might have been F's brother, but I played this on a Wii, and I think the things about this that piss me off the most is that the things that are good in this game are great, and the things that are bad are fucking terrible. And here's the end of 2001: A Space Odyssey. You didn't think all media was connected. Anyway, that's me. That's Samus. As a baby. Here's our first bit of baby imagery, other than Mom on the title screen.
Why am I still alive? A baby.
Want to buy baby counter? I could make that happen. Hang on. We've said baby once so far. counting seeing a baby as one? Okay. Does the baby Metroid count? Anyway, this cutscene, outside of, like, the dialogue, actually pretty cool.
Time to go.
And, like, this is really cool. I think Team Ninja did this stuff. Like, the 3 gameplay stuff was Team Ninja. And they do good shit, so. And anyway, here's Samus with her breast enlargement. Her tits are like 3 times bigger than they were in Metroid Prime.
Okay, Samus. Everything's normal.
I awoke to the familiar voice of a quarantine officer.
Let's try sitting up, huh? Slowly now.
I'm not even joking.
Okay.
Yes, I did check. Because they just...
she's
she's way more Barbie-esque in this game.
Thanks to
than
the
she was in
hyperbeam,
Prime.
which was given to me somehow by the baby. I laid Mother Brain to waste,
What, that's 3?
and the explosion that followed destroyed planet Zebes.
I feel like we shouldn't be on 3 already
along
for...
with the remains of Mother Brain, the space pirates, and my long-standing nemesis, Ridley, and the baby.
4.
Come on, Samus. Let's go next door.
Ass.
Right, let's get started.
And, like, that's pretty cool. I don't know.
Ready for a quick test, Samus?
It's stupid how this game has some good stuff.
Let's start with a little warm-up. Try a charge beam for me.
Absolutely. We're super excited. It is now. I also cannot pause the game.
Sharp-looking charge beam, just the way I like it.
I'm gonna pause that just through the emulator then. So let's see. Do I have just a counter? I have a death counter, and I can just switch that over. I think might be easier. Okay. Let's switch to this one. So we've got... I don't know how legible that is. It's very small for me. Can I move it up a bit? I can, yeah. My only issue with moving it up is if I ever have to move it down again. Whoop, whoop. Nope. Please give me the right thing. Okay. Put it like up in the corner, like that. Let's do this actually. Okay. And we'll leave this the same. I'm going to delete the trigger for it. And we need a command for it? Hang on. Do I have a command for that? Did I even go so far as to make a command for this? Yes. Let me make a different command real quick. We need add. We're just gonna go baby. No, wait, we have one already. Shit. Because baby is fucking Macau saying baby. It's a sound command. It's gonna be baby up. Which sounds terrible, but what are you gonna do? Okay. Go back to actions. Man, baby up. Okay. So, if you want to type in baby up, you see if it works. Never mind, it refreshes the text as well. So let me change that. Text, edit that, because this is the I'm using just the death counters. Whoop. Baby count. Okay, and then show deaths. Couldn't change anything. Okay. It also will only be up there for like a couple seconds. That's not a permanent thing. So try that again. Baby up. Baby count 2. Okay. And I might want to move it over a little bit. We're definitely getting into we're going to get into the double digits for sure. Okay. Then it'll go away. All right. I don't have a way to set it. So we're gonna do this again. 3, 4. Nope. Hang on. It's locked out. Let it go away. Oh, it's queued. Okay, cool. The queuing works then. Hooray! All the things I did for no reason are functioning properly. Okay. Let me close this projector. And then go back to the game.
Morph ball next.
Awesome. If you want to see how many times we've heard baby, it's going to be, was it show deaths? So I'm not going to make a new command for that.
Will ya?
Yeah, show deaths. It doesn't need to be perfect. I don't care. Or maybe not.
Wasting time, will ya?
Let me have a look at that. Wait, why is it?
Time, will ya?
Is that better? And then... Oh, I only have it show deaths for me. Okay, well, whatever. We'll make it permanent. I don't care. Perfect. I did the death counter for me, and I made a death counter for LB for fun, so I could make the joke that, hey, LB, I made a death counter for you. And I didn't actually, like, finish it, I guess. So anyway, it'll be permanent. We'll just have it there. That works for me. All right.
Go ahead and drop some bombs.
So we're going to get into the really annoying thing about these controls for a second, after the morph ball.
Perfect, Samus.
For missiles, it's going to be really annoying.
All right, stand in the middle of the room. Surprised? From there, kick climb to work your way up.
I've never heard a game call it
Just
kick
like that,
climb
Samus.
before, but whatever.
Let's invite some of your pals. Okay, looking good. Let's check your reaction time. Here come some beams. Dodge them.
Like, all this stuff, though, this is, like, the good part of that Other M. Like, this is actually really cool. So, I don't mind the gameplay of Other M so much, besides it being, like, incredibly easy.
Nice. Remember how
Just
that
the
feels.
only other things that are a problem.
Next, how about a missile test?
Okay, so for missiles,
Use concentration to replenish your missile supply.
I have a button that's supposed to put my Wiimote upright. It doesn't work. I have to turn off the sideways toggle, and then hold it upright, and then I can hit A to replenish my missiles. And then I have to turn the sideways toggle back on.
One of your pesky buddies is lurking here somewhere. Find him for me, huh?
So that's frustrating. Also, this shows up when you point the Wiimote at the screen. So
Why not say hello with a missile?
it won't go away for a while. I have it set to auto hide, but it takes a couple seconds.
Like you ticked him off. That's indulgent. So you plan to just sit there when something grabs you? Look, if you just stand there, you're gonna lose sight of your buddy. Sam, now's your chance.
There we go. Now it goes away. Hooray! That would have been much easier if it went away faster. If I had a button that would just hide the thing, but it's a hold. It's not a toggle.
This area is
So
well fortified.
I have it set to
Don't
the left. Click to hide it, but I wonder if it's because it moves. Hang on. What if I change that? Shut up about the he's gonna bitch about the power bomb, and I don't care. What if I make it not that button? Hang on. This might be good.
What are you doing? Unleash that thing.
Hide as the opposite stick? Because my right stick doesn't do anything. Okay. Now is that okay? Nope, sure isn't. It doesn't even work at all.
What are you doing? Unleash that thing.
Let me go back and maybe make it a different thing. Oh, that's why, because it fucked up. There we go. Clear that. Okay. How about that? It's still a hold.
What
Okay,
are you
cool.
doing?
I hate it so much.
Unleash
Anyway,
that thing.
morph ball. So that's going to be frustrating in the game.
Allow adequate room around you during power bomb. All right, Samus. That's it for the test. Looks like you took quite a bit of damage. It's unbelievable how well you've held up.
I wondered if this too was a result of the power the baby gave me.
There's 5.
Right, you're doing the meeting room. The big dogs are waiting. I gave your suit a polish so you'd be at least somewhat presentable.
Not even a fragment. None of the baby remained on me. I knew it to be true, but still couldn't help looking at my palm for a sign. Never
Chat is
again
just
would
gonna
I
be
encounter
baby
the
up.
baby. Never. The finality of it struck me once again. Mission completed. The planet Zebes was annihilated, and all Metroids were exterminated.
Also, why are you giving this in your suit, Samus?
Almost dull even,
With a gun?
but it felt more.
Why is she allowed to go
places?
places with a gun? I'll explain also why that's incredibly more
I don't know
important
how much time passed since then.
when we get to the discourse, which
Days
is
went
going to be
by
after
in
this
their
cutscene.
quiet way, and people's recollections of Metroids and space pirates grew nebulous over time. relegated to a past concern of the galactic communities. Nothing more than a faded memory. Codename Baby's Cry. A common SOS with the urgency of a baby crying. The nickname comes from the fact that the purpose of the signal is to draw attention. The signal was coming from a remote part of space. I altered the course of my ship as if this detour had already been part of my flight plan. Baby's Cry. It was as though it was crying specifically for me.
Okay, so the discourse. A guy made a video in 2020 that tried to desperately compare the original Japanese script to the localization that we got in the US. And basically said that the localization is why everyone hates Other M. That's not true. Not by a long shot. It's not a good video. It's an in-depth video. But I think it makes a lot of flaws in its argument. So, going to the meeting room, in the Japanese version, I'm literally going to talk to Galactic Parliament, who is on Earth. I don't know why they're here, but allegedly, I'm talking to Galactic Parliament and giving them an update on my mission. So it's a bigger deal than, like, going to a meeting room and talking to some high-up dudes. I'm talking to the leaders of the space government. And the localization gets rid of Galactic Parliament and just replaces everything with the Galactic Federation. Which there's like 3 different factions going on here that all get absorbed into one thing in the localization. Which we're gonna see again in a second. And that kind of brought to light how localization can change media. Samus's voice actress was also told to do this performance this way, of being kind of deadpan and monotonous, allegedly because that shows like strength in female characters in Japan, being like in control of your emotions and stuff. All of it's kind of bullshit, I think, but that's just because I don't have any faith in Americans really knowing next to anything about other countries. But that is part of the discourse. So the Galactic Federation here is technically the Galactic Federation Army, which is a separate thing from the Galactic Federation itself, because the Galactic Federation is centered on Earth, which is their home planet, which they refer to as their home planet in Japanese, but not in the localization. And it gets real weird and real stupid, and it becomes kind of a stretch to keep track of. But basically, I'm going to do some huge spoilers for the game here, because this is stuff that doesn't come through in this version, allegedly, is that I'm here to do the thing, and I find out that bad people are doing bad things, and Adam is not part of those bad people, but he is in his own splinter faction against the bad people who are themselves a splinter faction of the Galactic Federation Army. And the Galactic Federation Army splinter group doing bad things on this is backed by Galactic Parliament, and I make that be like a big thing and becomes big news and ruins everyone's lives in the Galactic Parliament and becomes a big deal. Except they do it again in Fusion! So I have to do all of it, and everyone's like, wow, that makes the story so much better. It makes it so great. Fusion is so cool now because, like, and Other M is such a good game now because I understand that there's, like, this weird political thing. And, like, okay, cool, there's political intrigue in the Japanese version that we don't really get in this version, except for the fact that after this, I guess everyone just fucking forgets. And then Samus goes into Fusion and goes like, oh shit, the Federation's bad, and figures that out in Fusion, even though she figures it out in Other M, which came out later, but it's supposed to be a prequel. It doesn't make the game better. But it was like 48 minutes of this guy like comparing things and explaining to everyone what a Metroid game is, and it's just, it felt like someone's first video essay. And it's also the only video on that guy's channel in 5 years. But So one of the things, and some of the things in localization, they do make differences. There are small differences in the localization from what I got from the video. Nothing huge. One of the major things is that Samus is not an idiot in the Japanese. She is headstrong and also kind of an idiot, but a different kind of idiot. So like the when I get missile authorization in a second, it's apparently supposed to be like sarcastic from this guy, I think, or Adam or something like that. And
Anthony.
the infamous Varia suit.
There's only one person who calls me princess.
I'm just like, I don't want to appear
that
weak, so I
person
run
is
into the lava
Anthony
room and
Hicks
almost
of the
die. And
Galactic
Adam is
Federation
supposed to be
Army.
like, what the fuck are you doing? Use your Varia suit, and that's how it works in the Japanese. And this one, he authorizes it after I'm almost dead. Like, he doesn't give a shit. And that's a big difference.
Adam Malkovich,
But
a general in the
Yeah.
Galactic Federation Army. Not only a trusted confidant, but also my former superior
that was
officer.
the 2020 discourse of Other M.
Yes, there was a time when I was enrolled in the
So-
Galactic Federation Army.
The whole characterization of Samus is that she doesn't want to
And then
appear
I-
weak in front of Adam.
While I was young and inexperienced. As the result of a certain incident, I left Adam's command and set out on my path as a solitary bounty hunter.
And after this, I'm gonna have a lot more to say, because, oh boy.
What are you doing here?
The first words out of his mouth were typical coming from Adam. To answer his question, I recounted the details of what had brought me to this place, and then I asked what circumstances led the Federation here.
That information is not for an outsider.
The word he so obviously chose, outsider, pierced my heart.
This was another point someone else made on a forum. Japan has, like,
Commander, we're all
many
prepped.
more words for outsider than we do. Which is interesting by itself. But in the Japanese version, the word for outsider isn't so much that it's like,
No dice.
oh, you're not one of us.
I think our
It's
only
you were
option
part
is
of the
to
team and you
use
chose to
the
leave.
Burn our way through. This is gonna take a while.
The electrical system here is out, and we can't get the barrier wall.
Whereas in
open.
English, we just have a word for you're not one of
We
us.
tried using explosives, but it's tricky to pull off without collateral damage. What we need is some way to focus the power onto one centralized location.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I mean, exile, yeah, it's not accurate, but it is a better word, I think, yeah.
I'm gonna go on ahead.
Like self-exiled.
Adam hadn't authorized it, but I decided to remain on site for the sake of the others.
And here is my main problem with the game that I know the localization is not gonna help with. I am not part of Adam's team. I'm not part of the Galactic Federation. Something I've complained about in other games too. Like, I'm not one of them. But me just going, okay, well, I'll listen to Adam's orders now because I'm here and, you know, I'll play ball and I won't use any of my cool gadgets even though I need them. And it's to gate off gameplay. It's literally a gameplay gate and they're trying to, like, make it work lore-wise and it's stupid. It doesn't work that way. I would rather be caught in an explosion, hit a wall, and blow off all of my armor so I don't have anything like we did in Metroid Prime. Do me something stupid like that. The other problem I have with it is that this is before Fusion, like immediately before Metroid Fusion. And if we say that the Prime games are not canon, which Sakamoto has said the Prime games are not canon, they are. I think they are now. Like, he's tried to work them in, or like Nintendo's tried to work them in, or something like that. They're on the timeline somewhere. They're on the Wikipedia timeline. Don't I don't know if that's how cited that is. So, whatever. But at least Asaka Mode, the Prime games aren't canon, which is why this starts off with, like, calling back to Super Metroid. We have the original Metroid, we have Super Metroid, we have Metroid 2, we have Zero Mission, we have all these games before this, where Samus has gone into a planet kind of by herself, maybe on contract by the Galactic Federation, whipped everyone's ass, maybe had a hard time, I don't know, we don't really get a whole lot of story, finishes her mission and leaves. She's done that at least 4 times. And then you get here, and she's like, I've never seen combat before. I don't know what I'm doing. And it gets incredibly frustrating the longer the game goes on. And also, she just decides that she's not going to use missiles because Adam went, "Ah!" That was it. That was the only reaction she needed to go, oh, sorry, I won't do anything anymore. What does that mean? Wait. Is this like look around time? What does the glowy thing mean on the map? I don't remember shit from this game. Okay. Then we gotta wait. Okay. So, yeah, I have a lot of huge problems, and the localization argument didn't help. And it's gonna get worse. So, what is the... I can't believe I'm already like, what am I doing? There we go. No? Is the thing on the map important? How have I fucked this up already? Oh, there we go. I said to look at that specific thing. I had to shoot it a lot. I thought that was going to be like a power bomb thing, but we don't have access to power bombs. But we do. We just decided that we don't want to. Ow. It's so weird that, yeah, like... And I think the thing that gets really much weirder for me is that she gives a shit about what Adam has and hasn't authorized, but, like, Adam didn't exist in the story until now. Because, like, Fusion takes place after this. So you can't even be like, oh, yes, Adam. It's like, who the fuck is Adam? Where did he come from? But, like, in release order, you get Fusion, and she kind of talks about him like she didn't just meet him. So some people said that this game makes Fusion better, because it's like, oh, it adds more nuance to what goes on. I think it breaks Fusion in a lot of ways. Just things make so much less sense in Fusion if you consider Other M. Okay. So... I find something in here? No? Is it just going, hey, cool, here's a bathroom? Why have this, then? The boy's probably gonna steal because she's a girl. I can't even fire my gun in here. No weapons allowed in the bathroom. Okay, well, I don't know what the point of this was. Maybe there will be a point later, I don't know. Stand near Eternal. I just did. Okay. I guess I didn't stand long enough. It opens and the girl's in the bathroom. Adam said so. Adam didn't authorize weapon use in the bathroom. Oh, I have to hold a direction in, but not a different direction. I didn't know I had to hold. I didn't hold anything for the tutorial. Once I started jumping, I wasn't holding any direction. That's weird. That's what they mean. Okay, I understand now. So yeah, the little blips are exactly what I thought they were. They were important things. They're power-ups. This game's rude. Fuck, I need to change the dead zone on this. If I shake my controller, I activate first-person mode. Because on the motion simulation, the dead zone is 0%. Okay. There we go. Much better. Oh my god. Just wiggle. Samus, stop taking like a million steps. Go stand in front of this fucking thing. No? I have to look at it first. There's no power to this terminal, is there? There's clearly... We'll come back to that later then, I guess. It's glowing! There's power! What do you mean? You know what's something I can't believe about this game? They thought the story of this game was so good that you have a movie mode, so you can just like watch all of the cutscenes in order with no gameplay, though there are like little snippets of gameplay sometimes. So if you just like don't want to play the game and get some context for the cutscenes, you can watch movie mode and just see all the cutscenes, and it's like, I would rather die. Like, just sand all the wrinkles off of my scrotum instead. That's how I would deal with my life. But it's like the absolute craziest thing though, because like the gameplay of Other M is actually pretty good. I hate that. I hate that it's good, but like everything in between is terrible. Dead man!
He's dead.
Thanks.
Someone or something attacked him.
Would my suit be able to scan? Well, no, because that scan visor doesn't exist.
Get away from me!
Really?
It was obvious that there was some pervasive danger throughout the facility.
Guy didn't like bugs.
I didn't know what had brought Adam here, but I did know that cooperation was imperative if we were to restore safety. Adam, listen to me. Clearly, this facility is in complete disorder. It might be too dangerous for
the baby
your men to
counter's
go
gone.
alone. That's why I've...
Look at that.
They're coming
Its
out
own
of the wall.
timer?
Right, stay calm.
Baby timer, the baby count.
Open fire.
There we go.
This ain't good. Nothing's working. Listen up. Freeze guns authorized.
Did that guy just throw his gun away? I don't need this, motherfucker.
Missile you. Concentrate fire in a single location and freeze that thing. And Samus, you attack the frozen spot. Now, use your missile.
Why did you just climb up its face? I... I don't know why it's not letting me fire missiles. When I can actually see the eye. There we go. I just missiled a bug, like, directly at my teammates. Like, things you're not supposed to do. Fire into your whole team
Samus.
with missiles.
Looks like I'm gonna need to ask for your cooperation on this mission. But I'm also gonna have to ask that you follow my commands. You don't move unless I say so, and you don't fire until I say so. Any objections, lady?
The thumbs up sign had been used by the Galactic Federation for ages.
That's really stupid. Yeah, so is the thumbs up sign.
I was known
This
for giving
thumbs
the
down
thumbs
sign.
down during briefing. I had my reasons, though. Commander Adam Malkovich was normally cool and not one to joke around. But he would end all of his mission briefings by saying, "Any objections, lady?" He was joking, but others weren't. At the time, I felt surrounded by people who treated me like a child, or used kid gloves because I was a woman. And yet with Adam, I was grateful for the nod. My past has left me with an uneasy soul, and as a result, it touched me on some level that Adam would acknowledge that past by calling me something delicate, like lady. And I knew more than anyone that every word from Adam was deliberate. My thumbs down was a twofold response. A sign of derision at being called a lady,
Being raised by birds, exactly what I was thinking.
Of the mission orders. The other soldiers were always willing to support me with easy smiles despite the fact that I clearly had so much yet to learn. Among them was Anthony. In the face of his well-meaning behavior and that of the other soldiers, my response was to become increasingly bitter. I was a child, always with something to prove, a chip on my shoulder. And I was angry. I felt that if I let my guard down, I would easily be broken. And beyond that, I was scared. But even in the naivete of my youth, I could see in Adam's joking manner how close he felt to me. Adam knows my past, and he knows me better than anyone else.
Does he know you were raised by birds?
Confession time.
The chosen one of the bird race?
Because I was
To be
so
the one
young
to
when I
inherit the
lost
power
both of my
suit?
parents, there's no question I saw Adam as a father figure. When I rebelled against him, I knew I could get away with it. And his paternal compassion in the face of my rebellion reinforced the special bond I felt with him.
Wait, that's a good question. Does she not have the power suit when she's a
I
child
understood
here?
well that chances were slim that I would ever find anyone that
I
understood
can tell
me
you wouldn't
like
have boned me. No, it's a
And yet, when the time
father
came,
figure.
I still left his side.
Don't.
I was so young.
There's no creepy
Young
fetishes in
and
this
naive.
game. Now I have questions. How does this fit into the power
Exactly
suit?
what transpired here on the bottle ship is still uncertain. Here's what we
I
do
thought
know.
she had it
The equipment we
like,
thought had been destroyed is
her
operational
whole life.
again, and we've seen casualties attributed to an unidentified and lethal creature. The situation is critical. We need to gather all the information we can, but priority one is to find any survivors and bring them to safety. Consider this site extremely dangerous. Be careful as you make your sweeps. And there's one problem. The wireless interference in this facility is all-pervasive. Your comm systems are useless. As a result, communication channels will be limited to the facility's navigation booths. Well then, Lyle, investigate Sector 1 and show a little restraint with the explosives. Gotcha. Maurice, you cover Sector 2. Repair any equipment you come across.
Affirmative.
Anthony, you're Sector 3. I'll leave it to you to decide whether plasma guns are called for.
All right.
James, check out the control bridge. Our communication issues might be the result of electrical interference.
Yes, sir.
And KG, run a complete sweep of the residential quarters and investigate any trace of survivors.
Got it.
Each of you is authorized to use a freeze gun. Do not forget to check
Getting
in
any
regularly
MDS
via
influencers?
navigation
Absolutely.
booths. And Samus, you go to the system management room. Do everything you can to get the electrical system back up and running. Looks like your comm system is still functional. Remember, everything
Why
you
would my
see
comm
will
system
also
still
appear
work?
on the screen. Regarding auxiliary weapons, the use of bombs has been authorized. As far as your other weapons go, we will continue to investigate and authorize use as we can. However, we currently have no plans to authorize the use of power bombs. As you know, they have the ability to spread a high-temperature heat wave over a large area, impacting living things, which is a nice way of saying they can vaporize humans instantly. You should be well aware of how dangerous power bombs are.
How am I not going to find
Devastation
secrets if I
be
can't use power
obstructed
bombs?
with common materials. Once the mission in the system management room is complete, I need you to report back. I'll give you your next orders then. I want you all to be especially careful as you execute your missions. That's the end of the briefing.
It was the first joint mission I'd been a part of since becoming a freelance bounty hunter. And of course, it was the first time since my Federation days that I was following the orders of a commanding officer. Having received mission orders from Adam, I felt confused and strangely exhilarated at the unexpected turn of events. I responded. Understood, Adam. No objections, of course.
I responded, I stood there while everyone else left, just in awe for several minutes. And then as he walked out of the room, I was like, yes, sir. The other thing that gets me is, like, my comm still works. And also, it's like, oh, our comms don't work because of electrical interference.
Management room.
Shut the fuck up. It's like electrical interference. And then you learn that, like, the electrical systems just don't work? Like, what electricity if the electricity is offline? Like, what do you mean? Yeah, so anyway, Other M ruins a lot of things. Oh boy, one missile? Oh my god. Can I just not be... Okay, I was like, can I just stop being more fun? That's down there, I think. I can't jump over the railing. Let's do glass. Oh, that's definitely for later me. And so is that one. God, can you imagine having fall damage in this one too? Isn't the movement sense or whatever it's called supposed to give me like a full charge? Do I have to be holding the button for that, I guess? Yeah, it's kind of silly. Oh, hey. That power up was just the way it's supposed to go. Now this one looks extra glowy, so it must be on. No! The power systems are covered in bees! You find a better way to get out of first-person mode. No. Adam, I've taken care of the bees in the generator. Like, do you think you would ask follow-up questions? I would. I hold on for long enough. Is it? Okay. Yeah, there's no, like, hide toggle, unfortunately. So, let's make that a different button. And I think, because I might need to react a little faster sometimes. So let's make hide there. Okay. Now that should be better. Now I can hide. I can still do things. Until the auto hide turns on, at least. Sorry, what was that tooltip? Jump over them? Ow. Yeah, I just totally missed that overblast tutorial, whatever the fuck that was about. Is that something I can find? Maybe not. Well, it'll never come up again. I'm guarantee it. Oh, I just want to use the ladder. Come on, Samus. Yeah, now I'm not holding a direction for this jump. It's trying to tell me I needed to do that before. Also, she's using her little jetpack to jump off. Why don't I have a double jump? That's literally what the space jump was in Prime. I can't jump that anymore. I have to use the elevator. It's forcing me to elevator. Oh, right, I also forgot a thing. Hang on. Oh, hey, now they're back. Whee! This brings the bridge back? Yeah, okay. Oh, there's a ledge there now. Whee! I don't actually know if there's a button to just drop down. And I still can't get to that one, because that's... That wall go away at some point, or... I guess maybe I'm able to fire through windows at some point. Okay. Well. Either way. That is a later me thing.
Samus, go through the hatch on your right and head towards Sector 1. Lyle went ahead to secure a route to a facility of interest. I'll leave you to survey Sector 1. What's wrong? Head to Sector 1.
Oh, apparently I was just supposed to be able to jump on them, and it was gonna do its thing, and it didn't. So, whatever. I'm gonna bring back... There's the baby count. Did it say 10? Jesus. Too many babies. I can jump off any wall I want, just not this wall. I'm kind of getting Metal Gear Solid vibes from the sound, like this track as well. Like this music. Like the guards are searching for me. Well, not anymore. How much more am I gonna have to jump up here? Jeez. Oh. The energy part. Or oh my god. There's pieces of heart in this game. Okay, well, I didn't see anything else up here, so. Whee! There we go. I don't know why it wouldn't let me do that before. That looks like something destroyable. Yeah, I don't know why I could do that before. Power bomb. We're never authorizing power bombs. By the way, here's a hatch you can use power bombs on. Keep that in your little noggin, Samus, just in case. Foreshadowing. You're gonna convince him to let you use power bombs.
This elevator is bound for Sector 1, a level 3. Warning is now in effect in Sector 1. Please avoid traveling alone and remain armed. Stay alert to your surroundings at all times.
Data recording. Restoration sequence activated. Sequence complete. Process successful.
I feel like if there's a door and you have like vines and shit growing out of it, maybe your biosphere has gotten a little out of hand. You need to rein in your biosphere a little bit. Auto aim for everyone. Got Vine G missiles to take out. That's just... Everything here is a bad idea. It's not letting me dodge anything. There we go. Oh god, there's so many of them behind me. I need to fuck over it, honestly. I gotta climb, I guess, the middle. Sure, a long way up to the top.
Data recording and shape restoration sequence activated. Sequence complete. Process successful.
I was like, well, those are gonna wake up. And so they did. Ow. I think I jumped over that. Damn. Damn it. Once I get more of the hang of it, like, I do think the combat in this game is kind of fun. It's a bit repetitive. Especially because there's a lot of auto-aiming going on. But having the dodges and, like, the lethal strikes and stuff, and being able to do a bunch of other extra bonus stuff is kind of cool. I love the almost scan visor where it just looks like a multiple choice. It could be one of these 8 things. What will it be? Ah, missile tank. I keep wanting to shoot doors to open them, even though I don't need to do that. can't believe I almost died to that. For some reason, just the dodge doesn't work all the time. That's super missiles. Is there something else here? I don't see it. Why would... Just to see the missile pack? Because, like, there's no other way to go over there. Okay. Gonna maybe go all the way back the other way? Oh, I can't. Okay. What am I missing? There more to... I have to missile that? Nope. Oh, there's more to this tunnel. Okay, that's what I was gonna go check. I'm glad I at least found it. I was like, there's gotta be something. I'm gonna have to stop shooting doors. It just feels weird knowing I don't have to, but I want to. Breeding room! Oh no. Plants! Terrifying. Oh, and a dead man. Yeah, whatever.
The large cage-like booth looked
Maybe
like something
save
had
the
been
noises
raised
to
in
the
it.
dead man.
And in one corner was the miserable form of a researcher's corpse. This victim hadn't sustained the same injuries. The dead I'd seen had been torn apart by something large. This one had been attacked by a different type of creature. And as I studied the violence this creature had wrought, I felt something in the air, the presence of a dark intelligence.
Attacked by a baby. You're not far off, I don't think. Can I shoot him with a missile? No. The game didn't like me wanting to try, though. Do I leave now? Alright, well. Goodbye, Mr. Researcher. Oh, and now it's locked. Okay, so yeah. Scan results I've ever seen. I would love for the visor just be like, he sure is dead. I'm Can I interact with anything in here? No, I feel like the hand visor would tell me that. Alright. Honestly, not what I expected. I didn't know there was something in there. Last time I went in there? Was there? Oh, it's just another way to get around the super missile door. Just led me to the same place. Okay, cool. Oh, hey, I have the spring ball. I didn't know that. Now I do. Shoot it with a missile. A baby. I hate this thing. Anyway, it's super cute. It probably killed the scientist.
Samus, proceed through the hatch I just unlocked. Your next destination is a little further ahead.
Stop looking at the baby. New places to be. Cutscene again. It's just Chicken Cat. It's incredibly adorable. I kind of like it. Visually, for now. We're all gonna hate it later on. Spoilers. Not to tell you how to feel or anything. The end of the hologram. Even the holodeck has limits. Into this weird goo hole. Okay, so locking on causes problems. If I'm not constantly moving the thing, because I have the auto hide on. If I'm not constantly moving, and that stops, I can't fire anymore. Oh, apparently I turned off the sideways toggle on accident. Water always looks so gooey in this generation. Like the gel-based water. So the hologram's gone. We're angry now. I said infinite missiles, so like, who cares about using them all? And this one I have to hold in a direction. It's weird. I wonder why it's different for different ones. That's such a strange thing. Whoop. I didn't jump at all. I like did a little somersault right into it. Face first into the spikes. Oh, there's two pickups over there. Power bombs. Oh. Normal missile. Not what I expected. I don't actually want to go that way yet. I want to go see if I can grab the other power-ups. Oh no, I can't. There's a slide. So this leads back the way I came. So I do want to go this way for now. It feels more secret anyway. You know, minus all the explosions. Bathroom again! But this time, with a thing. Oh. I'm not allowed to look at it! How do I... There we go. How do I get it, though? I can't... Oh, okay. I was just not at the right part of the door, I guess. Charge faster. Fun. This isn't going exactly where I thought it was going, but I mean, whatever, I'll go where I want. I am making a mistake. I'm in danger. Let's throw an elevator at it, I guess. I knew it was gonna happen, and I had to. Oh, that was funny. That was worth it. It shouldn't have been worth it, but damn, it was. Like, I just had to know. That elevator really comes at you fast. Another missile! Only getting one missile is... like... It feels bad, but I know it's very different in a game where you can just charge your missiles to full whenever you want. But just getting a single missile, like, oh, okay. That's two missiles. Feels so fast. Grapple beam feels way further away from me, but I don't actually remember what order I get picked up. I've like only played this game once, so I don't know. Oh no! can grapple yet. That's true. He hasn't. I'm certainly going places, and it's not where I thought I'd be going. Anytime anyone talks, yeah, that's literally the worst part. And you know, the concepts of what causes me to need to do, like, why I can't use bombs, why I can't use missiles. I just got torpedoed by a snake. Oh, I have to turn into a morphball first. These things are weird. The obvious plant traps are traps. Who would have thought? Our bombs? What? I didn't mean to do that, but that's cool. Wrestling move, grabbing by the head. Pretty funny. I'm going to like the right area. I definitely not. I'm just wandering at this point. I wanted to do something else, but I thought this would lead backwards, but no.
Sequence complete. Process successful.
I only got like 5 minutes, so. Ah, why did I dodge twice? Instead of the luchador? She probably thought it'd be fun. He left the army and was like, this is definitely something Adam would not want me to do. You know? Screw Adam, I'm becoming a lucha. I'm putting on the mask. An orb! Matter after impact? What the fuck does that mean? I mean, I get it, but like... The lady? Fuck. Oh, big explosion. Another bug on my way! I'm gonna touch this console, and Adam's like, that's not where I told you to go. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, I had to unlock that door anyway? Man, I wasn't even looking. I was going, hey, cool, a thing I can blow up. Not even looking at the door. So it turns out this is where I need to go anyway. Damn. Well, with that revelation, that is it for me. God, this is gonna be such a conflicting gameplay through. I just... Cause like we talked about, gameplay-wise, the game's good. Any cutscene, anytime someone talks, any, like, lore, just anything is ruined. It's so bad. So, if I could play this game without the cutscenes, and without the dialogue, that might be better. But, there's a mod for this game. 2 of them. One mod builds on the other, though, that makes, like, it recuts the cutscenes to make them less shitty, and I believe they're skippable, and it does some other like little gameplay tweaks here and there. I'm not going to play that mod, obviously, but it exists. The other thing, I did actually download. There's a project that someone started because of the video from 2020. Right in time for the storms to get here. Hooray! But because of the same video that I watched, someone started a project to force the US version to have Japanese voices with remade English subtitles to fit the vibe of the game before. We might look at that. I did download that. You didn't lose power during the stream. Yeah, that's good. So, I want to maybe look at the beginning with those subtitles and just see what happens. But I don't know, because it's all fan translations. So, other people localizing a game that someone localized thinking they can do a better job at localization. You know how that usually goes. So, but anyway. That is it for me. What fucking day is it? Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday. So going back to this tomorrow. Hooray! So, yeah. And then Saturday, probably going to be more grounded, I assume. And, what is after this? This is... After Other M is... Samus Returns? The remake of 2? So we'll be looking at 2 different versions of that. I don't know, I think I'm going to start with the official one, and then go AM2R. New Phaz? We'll see. Honestly, I can't decide on Saturday. Sorry, LB can't decide on Saturday until... Saturday's here. So we'll see when Saturday is here. But we'll see. I want to look at the new update for Phaz for sure. See what it does. They've been They promised to do fewer, larger updates. And I think you were mentioning it in the Discord. I think this is the update where they've changed the photo evidence. So there's like way more things to take photos of. And and way more other evidence, I believe. So you can take like video recordings. I don't know if that's this update. Yeah, audio and video recording. That's what I thought. Which is huge. That's a really cool thing. Maybe we will. We'll see. But yeah. Other than that, I think that's it. When I start playing Metroid 2 again, I'm gonna have to buy Dread. So I don't own it. We'll get there. That's a problem for future me. But anyway, thank you everyone for joining me. I will see you all tomorrow for more of this. Take care and good night.